Hi there, my name is Matti Sulanto and welcome to my first impressions review of the brand new Canon 400mm f2.8 Mark III super telephoto lens. I got a call from Canon the other day and they asked me if I want to try this lens for a couple of days. And to be honest, I haven't shot very much on this lens because the weather has been pretty bad. It's been pretty rainy and overcast. But yesterday I managed to make some photos on this lens, and my good friend Peter Forsgaard came with me and shot some B-roll for me too. Thanks for that, Peter. And even though the lens could probably take the rain, but the problem was me. I didn't want to stand outside in the rain and trying to make some decent photos. So this is not like a complete review. This is not available yet at the camera store near you. It'll be next month in December 2018. And here in Europe and in Finland, the price range is around 13,000 euros, including the tax. It's probably a bit cheaper in the States or somewhere else in the world. This is the fifth EF 400mm f2.8 that Canon has ever made, the fifth version. And the first one came out in 1991 and that tipped the scales at the whopping 6,450 grams. So this is less than half of that. This is a brand new design. It has 17 elements in 13 groups, and this weighs about 2,840 grams, which is 55 grams less than the Sony's 400 2.8 that used to be the lightest 400 available. The brand new design means the case is some sort of honeycomb structure or something. It's much lighter than the previous model and it's also less prone to heat expansion. That's not really a problem right now here in Finland, but in some hotter climates it can be a problem. Also, the heavier lenses are now here in the mid part of the lens. So this is really nicely balanced and not at all nose heavy like some of the previous models. The front element or the glass here, it's not really an element at all. It's just a protective glass, even though the convex shape makes it look like a lens, but it's not. And should something happen to this front lens, it's much cheaper to replace than the actual lens element that's behind it. The convex shape, according to Canon, reduces internal reflections inside the lens. Professional photographers have used these white Canon super telephotos for decades, and because of that, Canon gets a lot of feedback on some features and some accessories, and Canon got some feedback from sports photographers on the lens shade, this part here. Sports photographers wanted a shorter lens shade because this standard size lens shade is too big at those crowded events that they have to work. And now this lens shade is available in two sizes. This is the standard size, so if you're a sports shooter, you may want to get the short version. You can of course use a tele converter with this lens, but Canon says only the Mark III teleconverters are suitable for this or fully compatible with this new super telephoto. This is extremely well built, like all these super expensive, super fast super telephotos. And obviously it's weather sealed. And you also have a power focus option for video. If you want to use this for video, you can use this programmable ring here to drive the focus motor and make a smooth focus like that. According to Canon, the image stabilizer is 5 stops. And yesterday when I was out there shooting, I managed pretty easily to get the reasonably sharp photos at 1/15 of a second, which is pretty good. I was standing and not having any other support. And I think with a little bit of practice and maybe if you have some support, you can get sharp results even with longer shutter speeds. The lightweight of this lens makes it very hand-holdable, but still not for extended periods of time. If you are waiting for something to happen in front of the camera, you want to have a monopod or some support. I tried this with both the Canon 5DSR camera body and also the small Canon EOS M50 camera body. On both the camera bodies, the focusing was super fast and also there was no delay with the image stabilizer. It was right on there. When I pressed the shutter, the image stabilizer was at full speed right away. So the lens design is new, but so is the case that comes with this lens. The new case is soft and like a slingshot type of backpack, and I think it's much nicer in everyday use than one of those hard cases that used to come with these lenses. The only thing with the new case is that it should have some sort of like a compartment for a teleconverter, because I think that's one of the typical accessories that you would have with this kind of lens, and now there's not really like a special slot for that. Even though my time with this lens was not too long, but still it was super nice to try it. And if you need the best super telephoto for your Canon, I think this gotta be it. There's still time to get some nice Christmas presents for yourself, and I don't think this would be a bad present especially if you need one. I hope you like my first impressions review, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.